I want to keep this one brief because I'm uploading it in 4K. I don't feel happy. I don't feel happy about this at all. My wrists are hurting me. The bottom of my palms where the wrist and the hand connects. For both hands. And right now, if I push on anything, it will hurt. For example, if I push on this table right now, I can feel slight pain. It is slight, but it's there. That's not healthy. My wrists are hurting right now, and my wrists are giving me the signs that it's time to stop and that it's time to recover. As I was just in the bathroom, I've tried thinking about this in a more optimistic way and via telling myself that after I recover, I can come back, not necessarily will, but can come back stronger. And maybe now that I think about it with more of a educated mind, not necessarily a plan, and as I was just thinking about saying, but no, more educated mind on fitness. Because if on the premise I don't want to injure myself, the only thing I really can do right now is recover. I can still go to the gym, but I really can't exercise much. On the premise I don't want to get injured, especially doing calisthenics exercises that I'm learning at the moment, such as the frog stand and the L-sit. If I want my wrists to stay, if I want the health of my wrists to stay in at least solid condition, I can't keep going. I must recover. Just like how we all have our wake hours in the day, the hours we're awake in the day, we also have to sleep eventually. I'm not Jeff the Killer where I have no eyelids and I can't sleep and then I go insane and that. No, I have to go to sleep. Just like we all do. This is, I don't like this. I can complain all I want by saying what's on my mind right now by saying that this is not fair. This is not fair, but it is. It is completely fair. I did this to myself. It was my responsibility to learn about injury prevention before this happened. That said, even though I haven't taken as proactive an approach as I could have done, I certainly can take the time now to learn about injury prevention and how useful it can be. In my mind, obviously, injury prevention in the form of warming up and cooling down is helpful. That's not what I'm talking about. To me, that's obvious. But I'm talking more so about how useful that is. That I don't know about. I don't know. Because the mind is very uneducated on the matter right now. That is on me. Just like how it's on me to take it upon myself to learn. I've been in bed for quite a while. I've been slightly improving my sleep routine. Yesterday, I was off the phone from like 8:06 to 10 o'clock, bang on, or 1 minute past 10. Usually I'll be on the phone throughout that entire period, but I wasn't. And that's a slight improvement, even though I did sleep late. Maybe around 1:30, 2, because I was on the phone all night. I allowed myself to be. I didn't push through not having any phone. To make it very easy for myself, I could just put the phone in another room when it's time to go to sleep. So it's not like I can't do anything about that. I need to learn. I need to take the time to learn. And I may only upload one video today so that I can really focus on other things that I've got going on in my life other than just the calisthenics side of things. More specifically, filming for the channel, filming videos that show my progress in the calisthenics journey. In this calisthenics journey. I want to be about the action. I know I'm about the action. But that can affect, if I allow it to, I can negatively impact my knowledge and how educated I am on fitness if the only thing I'm about is action rather than at least taking some time to reflect as well. If there's anything or any two things I'd want to learn about, it'd be about injury prevention and also sleep routine, because I'm focusing on improving those at the moment. I think improving my sleep routine and becoming more educated on how to have a healthy sleep routine via reading on the matter and also via personal experience, taking it upon myself to improve my sleeping routine. Me doing this will mean that I'll just improve my health in general. Physically speaking, I would have given myself time to recover properly, and mentally speaking, I would have done the same. When it comes to mentally speaking, of course, there are other ways to recover mentally other than just sleep, but I do think that's a part of it. With the logic of how you meant to be healthy mentally if you're restless and you haven't had a healthy night's rest in weeks or days, in my case. I'm working on it, but things need to change. And it's not by putting in action on the channel. It's not. It's by taking the time to become educated and go at this smarter. Smarter meaning more knowledgeable in the via theory rather than strictly experience. Applying the theory that I've learned into taking action. I'd also like to learn about nutrition too. So that I eat healthily. So that I not only perform to the best of my abilities, but also so I can just mentally be at peace. I don't think eating healthily will allow me to do that completely, as in meaning that if I eat healthily, my mental health will be amazing just only off doing that. No, but I do believe it's a part of it because of how I feel after eating certain foods. I can feel tired, or I could have experienced higher energy levels depending on what I eat. And I think knowing how each type of food affects me and just knowing everything behind nutrition, really, that is really going to help me level up my game in terms of my nutrition and how I take care of myself. not only is nutrition going to help with how I perform when it comes to exercise and how I think, and just my mental health in general, I'd be putting myself in a position where I'm a lot less prone. I'm significantly reducing the chances of having major health conditions in the future, both physical and mental. Obviously, if you eat healthily, you're reducing the chances of cardiovascular diseases such as heart attacks, because you'd have a lot less fat around your organs that would cause a heart attack, I think. My visceral fat's fairly healthy. Fairly, no, it is, in my opinion, it's very healthy because it's a lot closer to 0 than the other end of the healthy spectrum, which is 12. There isn't a unit to visceral fat. It's an arbitrary unit. It's free. So if someone were to ask, what's your visceral fat meaning how much fat do you have around your organs? This is something that you can measure on a scale, by the way, if you get the right one. Carrada scan does it. That's what I'd use in the gym. Yeah. So if someone was to ask you, what's your visceral fat? It's not 3 something. Like how you could say, for example, how long did it take to do this? 3 seconds. There's that seconds at the end. There's that unit. But if it's visceral fat, there's no unit. It's just a number. And for me, as of last Friday, it was 3. Whereas the other end of the healthy spectrum, it goes from 0 to 12. 0, closer to 0, very, very healthy. Closer to 12, not so much. And mine was 3, when it'd usually be 2 if the meals that I'm eating are only like the sort of meals that I buy from the supermarket, are made from the ingredients I buy in the supermarket. I'm going to go to the gym anyway, watch the PTs train, but that's going to be it really. I don't have much else to say. I'm not feeling happy about this at all. I want to go and train, but if I don't want to hurt myself, I can't. I don't feel happy. I don't feel happy about this. I don't feel happy about this, but this is it. I've done this to myself.